What is up, ladies and genitals? Full Rising here, coming at you, coming through, and today I am going to share my thoughts and feelings on Black Ops Cold War after 6 months of playing it. If you are new to the channel, I mostly play multiplayer, but I will also give my 2 cents on zombies and league play, and in the end, I will cover if the game was worth buying or getting into. Personally, I really like Black Ops Cold War. The guns are mostly balanced, like they are all usable. The gameplay is fun to me compared to Modern Warfare 2019. The pace is so much faster. The score streak system this year is meh, but there is one thing that is plaguing Black Ops Cold War, and it has plagued previous COD titles, which is skill based matchmaking or the Engagement Optimized Matchmaking system. I always knew this was the problem, but I let other people's opinion sway my thinking a little bit. People would say like, you only want skill based matchmaking removed to pub stomp noobs all day, or noobs need to be protected. But obviously the skill based matchmaking system isn't working. Player retention is at an all-time low. Think about it. Let's say you only have 2 hours to play and you go average or above average in a match. The next match is going to be like there is something on the line, like your family is held hostage or you're about to win $1 million. Now you have to wait like 2 or 4 matches just to get into a decent lobby, and if every match is about 10 minutes, you are waiting around 40 minutes just to get into a fun match. Maybe that's because people are just bored of gaming since they have been stuck at home doing the same boring routine for a year now, but even in viewership, it's low. Modern Warfare 2019 actually averages more viewers on Twitch than Cold War. The only exception is when a pro player or when there is a CDL event. That is the only time where Cold War will manage to beat out Modern Warfare 2019 in viewership, which could be because Modern Warfare has better graphics and the better engine. If you're coming off from Modern Warfare to Cold War, it will feel ancient to you. I personally don't think it's that bad because I'm used to it, but whenever I play Warzone, which is never, the engine is so smooth and responsive. What I hated in Modern Warfare was the gameplay. The pace was so slow and campy. I have people telling me all the time like, bro, Cold War is campier than Modern Warfare. Like, no, it's not. The developers made the game to be a slower pace so they get more casual and newbie players, which is the majority of people buying their game. The game does not feel like a traditional COD. Matches would go to time limit often instead of finishing the score or kill limit of the match, which rarely happens in Cold War unless you are playing 6v6 Miami. When I was playing Modern Warfare, the most fun I had was playing in the 10v10 Mosh Pit and Ground War. These modes had less SBMM because there were more players. The 6v6 modes were awful to play with the exception of Search and Destroy. Whatever the matchmaking was in Modern Warfare Ground War, please add that to Cold War or the future COD games, because that is what is plaguing Modern Warfare 2019 before Warzone came out, and it's plaguing Cold War. If you have played Cold War and you're like, wow, this game is so sweaty and boring, you haven't gotten into that lobby where you're like, wow, this is fun, to the point where you have a smile on your face. You can actually get into the middle part of Nuketown. You can move around and just have that casual Call of Duty experience. Whenever I experience it, the game shows me a flash of its greatness, for it only to disappear the next match or the game right after it. I think what most players are experiencing is when the strict skill-based matchmaking places you in a match where players are either slide canceling, bunny hopping, or playing defensive and holding sightlines where you can't even move or respond, resulting in a horrible experience. It limits the amount of options. Like I said, all the guns in the game are usable, but usually you are going to have to use the most meta class setups to even keep up in a public match, which makes it less fun since you can explore using other weapons, perks, and wacky class setups. Maybe the players we are going against are playing like cheese because they don't want their KD to drop. With the strict skill-based matchmaking, it's more like 6 sweats instead of the usual 1 or 2. The most fun I actually had in Cold War was during the alpha of the game. Yes, not the beta or the final product, but the alpha. I'm pretty sure there was no SBMM during the alpha, and it was fun to me. I remember Jev having the time of his life. The gameplay in Cold War is fun. It has a nice pace to the gameplay. We are getting OG maps like Raid, Express, and even Standoff. Can you imagine telling this to an OG Call of Duty player? They would be giggling like a girl. The only thing I really don't like about Cold War's gameplay is the score streak system, where you can still die and get a score streak, and the weapon leveling is painfully slow. They must have known they created a sweat fest of a game, so they decided, F it, everyone gets a score streak. But in a way I do like it, since it does promote more gun-to-gun interactions instead of airstreaks dominating the battlefield. The only way to experience the true potential of Cold War is when you're lucky enough to experience a God lobby where the SBMM is in your favor. Then you will understand me when I say the game is fun. Or you could just reverse boost. Moving on to zombies, if you like the Call of Duty franchise for zombies, this is honestly one of the best zombies experience. Compared to Black Ops 4, which was the most recent example, Cold War blows Black Ops 4 out of the water, and it's not even close. It is easier compared to the older Call of Duties, but the most important thing is it fun? I would say yes, it's a pleasurable experience. I can easily see newer players going to 20 rounds, 50 to even 100 rounds if they have the time for it. The maps are large and cool with plenty of Easter eggs. The only thing that I really don't like, and it's minor and nitpicky, is I wish some of the Onslaught or Outbreak maps were just regular maps. I personally feel like they would make a great regular zombies mode map. Zombies will keep getting updates, which is awesome, so if you don't plan to play multiplayer, I think zombies is actually worth the price of admission alone. Finally, let's talk about League play. Compared to last year's CDL or League play playlist in Modern Warfare, it is no comparison. Cold War's League play is just better. It's not the best that Call of Duty has to offer, but it works. There is something weird about it where it doesn't seem to calculate people's skill level correctly, because I have seen players that are ranked lower in skill division, like a expert division player, play better than a masters division player. Another thing that confuses me is there is SBMM in League play and in regular matches. Shouldn't public matches be casual instead of a complete sweat fest? Because for the most part, I can't feel the difference between a public match and a Masters Division League play match. The main difference is all the overpowered stuff that is allowed in public matches is banned in League play matches. Even the score streak system is different in League play compared to pubs, where in League play you have to go on an actual kill streak of 6 or more, like Modern Warfare, to acquire a streak. I also like watching CDL this year, even though I do prefer a 5v5 instead of a 4v4 team tactical style. Overall, I think Black Ops Cold War is actually a good game, believe it or not. In the future, we are going to look back like, wow, Cold War was actually good. They gave us raid and standoff with a great zombies mode, with a decent League play system. Why did we hate Cold War so much? Then we're going to remember, oh, that's right, the game was a complete sweat fest. In conclusion, should you buy Cold War? If you're a noob wanting to get a fun multiplayer experience, this is just not the game for you. Now, if you want to play and shoot zombies with your little brother or friend, that is going to be fun. That is going to be a fun experience for you. There will be updates even in year 2 of Cold War, so if you're a zombies player, it is worth investing in this game. The only reason why I would recommend you to purchase Cold War for multiplayer is if you're a die-hard fan or an enthusiast. Let's say you want to go pro and grind League play, or you want to level up your guns in Cold War for Warzone. Those are the only reasons why I would tell you to purchase this game. If you're a sweat, buy it for the multiplayer, and if you're a noob, buy it for the zombies. It's simple as that. I actually wouldn't mind playing Cold War for another year, since I am not looking forward to playing another World War II game. It does look like World War II is going to tweak the SBMM, but if you can tweak SBMM in World War II, you can do it in Cold War and Modern Warfare. Other than that, namaste my friends, and I will talk to you all next time.